Hello, dear Scorpio. I will tell you today's horoscope for August 17th, 2024. A message of love, hope, and fortune awaits you. I know that heaven's blessings come for you. And the message for you on this day is the following. Hello, dear Scorpio. I'll tell you today's horoscope. You're putting aside the workloads that were affecting you, and that's positive for your life. Try to apply this to other areas where you might be overwhelmed. If you've made an investment, you'll still have to wait a little while for the fruits. In money matters, you shouldn't take any risks. You'll have a pleasant surprise at work. It's a good time. If you have problems with cohabitation, solve them with more communication. In love, try to isolate yourself a little to reflect, and you'll see things in a different light. You have to give free rein to your emotions, but do it in a calm way. You'll regain your good mood as the hours go by and you'll feel better. It would be good for you to keep an eye on your health a little. You've been forgetting about it lately. The stars are upsetting you a little, but if you set your mind to it, you'll control it. If you feel very mentally active and have great ideas, put them into practice. With the transit of the moon combined with the action of Venus, the time for intimacy and eroticism has come for you. Enjoy what life offers you, but do not let yourself be dragged into situations of jealousy or fights. Leave behind the issues that cause you problems. This is the night of love and encounters that change your entire emotional landscape. A good friend will give you a pleasant surprise, and in a few days you will be receiving money, an offer, or a proposition that involves a trip or a contract within your family. In love, do not stop and do as your heart tells you. Maybe you have waited too long and now you do not know what to do or you think you wasted time. It is never too late when love is waiting for you, and you know this from your own experience. In health, if you feel somewhat physically unwell, do not worry, because as the day goes by, you will recover and, when the afternoon comes, you will be in shape again. You must take advantage of this cycle in an appropriate way so as not to waste your energy. At work, your creative ideas are very well supported, but you must do everything within a framework of organization and discipline because chaos is not ideal. You have many resources, but sometimes you disperse them. Money and fortune, if you have the possibility of improving your properties, such as your house, for example, with some additional construction, do not hesitate and begin to make the preparations. The money you invest in these extensions will result in an increase in their value. Astral vibration today. Sexual energy level, moderate. Cosmic dynamics, that unique intuitive tone, typical of your sign. Dangerous tendency, complicating your time with people who do not know how to value it. You must avoid associating with those who depress you with their destructive talk. Relationship prediction, today things will go very well if your partner is a water sign, particularly Cancer or Pisces. There could be good compatibility with Taurus. The most tense relationship is not seen with many tensions, but avoid confrontations with natives of Aries or Sagittarius. Your compatibility in general is good, but better with water and earth signs. Lucky number, 79. Try to use it in everything you can and take advantage of it because it will be with you for today. Your lucky color, yellow. Try to wear at least one piece of clothing or accessory that contains it, because you will look spectacular and it will also bring good vibes to your day. Universal number, 4. In numerology, numbers are reduced to simple digits. Below, your favorable hours in matters of love, money, and business are given according to Eastern European Standard Time and you must adapt them to your national time. 8:15 a.m. 11:30 a.m. 4:25 p.m. 9:40 p.m. Lucky numbers and chance are 6, 24, 35, and 44. General characteristics of Scorpio. Element, water. Ruling planet, Pluto and Mars. Colors, Scarlet and black. Scorpio is one of the most powerful signs of the zodiac. Hardly anyone can compare with it in terms of its influence on the people around them. Scorpio is born with inherent dictatorial instincts, and the parents of a Scorpio will need to be fully equipped to prevent the child from manipulating them. In public life, young Scorpios often act as observers. Therefore, in the company of others, they may seem a little distant, which is due to the inner fear of being offended by others. Another characteristic that should be identified is a heightened sense of ownership, things, friends, or just acquaintances. Scorpio hardly agrees to share anything, and in case of a clear threat, it will not hesitate to attack first. On the other hand, those born under the sign of Scorpio have a sensitive soul and a well-developed intuition, capable of capturing the slightest fluctuations of emotions, and lying to you is very bad. At an early age, Scorpio begins to demonstrate his authority, demands to be pleased and indulged in everything. Intuition also does not sleep and indicates the direction in which he should act in order to quickly subdue his parents. At preschool and school age, he becomes familiar with the world around him, but unlike most children, he sees not only good things in it. This child does not like to share secrets, is closed in himself, loves active games, and is more in motion than at rest, but compared to fire signs, he usually demonstrates prudence and caution. In adolescence, the character becomes very difficult. If the family environment is not entirely healthy, then the child may find himself in bad company and protest. A young Scorpio may withdraw into himself or become unsociable. They usually have an ambiguous character. Kindness and cruelty are closely intertwined in him. He is on the side of justice and protects the weakest. He will not allow anyone to offend his brothers or any relatives. You are not indifferent to pets because you love them, and you take good care of them and protect them. Perhaps your state of anxiety prevents you from being understanding with a coworker. Don't let your impatience dominate you or try to impose your pace on others, because it would be counterproductive. You and your partner will live great moments. Scorpio, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any video. A love that you haven't considered yet is thinking about inviting you. Don't let the opportunity pass you by. Try to see the virtues of this person, not just their defects. It's an excellent time for you, since you have a lucky star helping you from above. You have opportunities to grow or to change positions, so if you have considered it well, today is the day to make the decision. For people with a serious and stable commitment for some time, it's a good time to think about having children or growing the family even more. It will be an experience that will unite them for life, and they will not regret it. However, the couple is a little worried about the path you might be taking. They have certain apprehensions about your attitude and will let you know today. Listen to them because they might be right. My dear friends, if you like our predictions, help us to be even better by becoming sponsors of the channel. You just have to click the thank you button, and with your help we will continue to grow. The moon this month will give an emotional and tender touch to the lives of these natives. News of pregnancy, dating and weddings begin to circulate. This day is propitious to encourage yourself to make some of these possibilities a reality. Today is a day of positive changes to begin to walk the path of success and abundance. However, misunderstandings could undermine the decisions made. Be careful with your words so as not to be the engine of confusion, and be careful with your reactions so as not to hinder your own projects. Read the prophets in the Bible and discover the messages that have been destined for you. It is a good practice to achieve a change in your reactions, which can be dangerous. Hidden in the confines of the solar system, like your own mysterious nature, your retrograde ruler Pluto is today in conjunction with retrograde Saturn and in planetary opposition with your co-ruler Mars. What does this indicate? That you are waiting for an answer to a matter that has worried you in recent days. The best is yet to happen in your work life, and you are going to receive gifts of all kinds. The influence of the moon in your life is high, and romance will appear in countless forms. Did you know that that friend can become something more? The problems that you have been dragging around and that have weakened you are beginning to be resolved. Plan your agenda in advance because there may be unforeseen events that destabilize you. You will have brilliant ideas that will open doors that were previously closed. In love, be guided by your sixth sense and experience at all times. You will have the opportunity to strengthen your love life because due to certain retrograde planetary movements you have been somewhat worried about emotional situations within your love reality, which now with the transit of Neptune retrograde are heading in a new direction. In a short time you will begin to reap the fruits of your body, with more energy and better physical disposition for everything. The important thing is perseverance and consistency to maintain your plans. Your work matters are on the right track and the problems that concern you are receiving favorable solutions for you. From this astral period you will see economic movements typical of your sign. The morning hours will be conducive to communicating your projects and working with others on the solution of economic issues that will bring you prosperity, especially if you apply the hunches that come to you in dreams and premonitions. You are in a rather delicate economic moment, Scorpio. Saving now will not be possible, although it would be very convenient for you. Start today to look for some complementary way to generate extra income that will save you from this mini crisis. Perhaps you will discover some skill of yours that you were unaware of and that can bring you good benefits on a daily basis. Also consider an offer that you will receive today throughout the day, which will provide you with income, but will also require a lot of effort. If you are discouraged every day because your romantic relationships do not quite work out, you should look at it from another point of view. Surely the person who fits you has not yet arrived in your life, that is why you have not consolidated anything. It's not that love is failing, it's that you haven't met your soulmate yet. At first, Scorpio and Aquarius will experience a special magnetism, although in reality they will soon realize that their respective personalities have little in common. Scorpio tends towards complicated and stormy relationships. Perhaps for this reason, if they meet an Aquarius who attracts them, they will jump headlong into trying their luck. But Aquarius feels the opposite and, at the first opportunity, will turn around because they totally ignore problems and even more so flings. In addition, both are part of the list of the most unfaithful signs. Both Scorpio and Aquarius are very stubborn, and that also makes it difficult for them to reach an agreement. These will not be the only difficulties they will have to face if they fall in love and decide to start a relationship. Scorpio is very jealous and controlling, while Aquarius is precisely the least possessive sign in love. Curiously, if it is Aquarius who sets limits, Scorpio will try to respect them, although they do not always succeed. When this happens, the relationship has a much greater chance of success. The important thing is that they at least agree. Relationships between Scorpio and Aquarius in the workplace are not common. However, when one of them comes to fruition, the results will be spectacular. Both Scorpio and Aquarius tend to avoid each other, and this is a good start. Their ways of being and seeing life are so different that in most cases it weighs too much. Of course, sometimes fate can lead Scorpio and Aquarius to work together at the same level or in a different hierarchical order. In these cases, they will try to ignore their different points of view and submit to the common cause for the good of all. Scorpio and Aquarius share their determined spirit and the quality of perseverance, which gives them many points to achieve their goals. In addition, this year is ideal for both Aquarius and Scorpio to be successful at work. With them together, the work almost always pays off, although there is a risk that due to a small difference of opinion they may get into a dialogue or a fight and the work will be left incomplete. Both Scorpio and Aquarius show a great temper when things get crossed, and it is difficult to make them see reason. Do not assume what you think of someone just because you have seen them act in a certain way on some occasions. You must pay more attention to everything and not let yourself be convinced by the fear you may feel for that same person, Scorpio. Scorpio, You are not thinking very well about the things you have been learning, and that is a serious mistake for your own progress. Therefore, it is interesting for you to begin to consider the possibility of making certain changes in your life and your routine to achieve what you have been proposing for a long time. If you are fortunate enough to be doing well in your relationship, it is time to begin to give it the importance it deserves. Feel that you are very lucky to have something that many people want. Start saying the things that the other person deserves and give them the affection they need. Don't let other people comment on your relationship. There will always be those who want to hurt or say things for free without realizing that they may be negatively affecting you. Sincerity is the best tool for seduction. Saying what you think and doing what you say is a rule that should accompany you in all spheres of life. To the extent that you are sincere, transparent, and consistent in everything you do, love will grow in the person you are interested in. You are starting to get to know someone new, so this is expected to progress quite well during the day. However, be careful, nothing is certain at this point, so wait a little. Changes are blessings in disguise, as they imply that a part of the old is destroyed so that everything changes. This happens in life and in love. You should not fear that your relationship will change, as it is something inevitable and necessary for love to last. We are not the same at the beginning as at the end of love. Just as trapeze artists in a circus blindly trust that their partner will catch them when they jump from one side to the other, you must do the same with your partner. Trust that they will support you in everything, and you will do the same in return. You have to comply with the time that you have been given to complete a job. Do not let time pass and fail to meet the deadline. You have to do it now. Someone who works alongside you could be feeling a certain envy towards you, so be careful with what you share with others, especially at work. Today you are likely to receive a complaint related to this from your loved one. It's a good day to work on your inner self, that dimension of yourself that you don't usually invest too much in, but that is essential for you to stay as productive as you want. Without inner harmony, you won't be able to cope with the demands of your day-to-day. Meditate and do breathing exercises. The things that are happening on your path have a lot to do with the things you are doing right now to make everything go well, so you really have to pay a little more attention to everything. Don't let things go wrong just out of cowardice. There is a feeling of love and romance in the air, Scorpio. If you manage to make that true love become something real and not just a sigh of reality, then you will be on a good path to complete what is really happening in your life right now. Never take for granted the earnings you are making from your work at the moment. If the road gets a little rough, Scorpio, you won't have the savings you need to meet what you really need now, so start saving now. You are no longer seeing the needs of your body. There is a significant lack of nutrients in your body, and you have to put more intensity into what you are living. Scorpio doesn't have to really think about things that are not good for you. If you have a way of seeing what you are living as a constant obstacle, you wouldn't be able to see that there are things that are going to make you a better person. What you are living is very good for your time, so keep up the pace that way. Love isn't knocking on your door, and that is worrying you. Don't worry, because it may just be a phase. It just means that the right person hasn't arrived yet. Don't rush the process. It will happen on its own, and when they are in front of you, you will know. Work may be a bit difficult, and if you are still unemployed, don't expect immediate results. It is likely that it will take you a while to find something that suits you. If you are in urgent financial need, consider taking an option that you have not considered. Possible stomach problems for this day. Due to tension, help yourself with a good mint tea this afternoon. When you live thinking about what you want, you can only find a wrong path that cannot declare good things to you now, but only that will bring you a little more. You have to make a little more effort for that job you dream of. Remember very well that nobody is left with nothing when they really try to make everything go well. You have very good ideas in your mind, however, for them to bear fruit in your work, do not talk too much, because you can be disliked and cause envy and gratuitous enmity. Now you know exactly what you want. There is prosperity on your way, But to obtain it, you must do your part and apply your practical sense, Scorpio. Pay attention to the voice of the most experienced before entering a business you don't know much about, and you will avoid losing money. And this was the horoscope of the day for you. Consider subscribing if you liked it. I hope this reading has helped and brightened your day. Blessings.